phones, Babylons can't crack the code.
What do YouTube? B Kelly back giving another banger. Today's video, y'all, I'm going to be talking about the best football player from Last Chance U. Now, if you don't know what Last Chance U is a football-based documentary that follows a junior college football team every season, and it's a Netflix-based series. It's only on Netflix. And the first couple seasons, they took place in East Mississippi Community College, where this guy went, and the next 2 seasons, they were in Independence, Kansas. And then this past season they just released, which is the last football season for Last Chance U in the foreseeable future, took place in Laney College, which is in Oakland. Now, before I talk about Tyree Phillips' story, I'm going to be talking about my 1,000 sub giveaway. Now, the giveaway instructions will be in the comments of this video and will be in a pinned comment from me telling you the steps of how to enter in this giveaway. Thank you guys for so much for 1,000 subscribers. Anytime we hit a special milestone, I'll do a giveaway. The giveaway this time will be a $20 Visa gift card. Tyree Phillips has always been a big kid and has always had the size of an amazing offensive lineman. But he wasn't always interested in football during his life. Football wasn't always top priority for Tyree Phillips. He actually didn't even play football all 4 years in high school. He actually quit football after his freshman season to focus more on his musical talents. He really liked the musical talents that he had, and he wanted to take it more serious to the next level. He acquired a taste for music after playing the keyboard at the church which his father was a pastor at. After he quit football, the main things in his life while he was at Granada High School in Mississippi was marching band and basketball. He really liked both of them and he took both extremely serious. But during his junior year, more and more people were bothering him about playing football. But one stood out of the many people that are trying to get him to play football. But the one person that stuck out to him the most about trying to get him to play football was the assistant basketball coach at his school, Michael McGee. He told Phillips, "God gave you size, so use it. You look like a football player to me, Tyree. I know you'd be a really good one." Now, this point didn't really hit Tyree immediately, but 2 weeks later, McGee died of a heart attack. And while he was sitting at McGee's memorial service, Phillips thought about what McGee told him, and he was thinking about it a lot. Tyree said he received it as it was like a confirmation to play football again. He said, "I was asking God if I should get back to playing football, and I saw what he said as a sign. It hit me deep, like God was trying to tell me something." Although Phillips had the size of a Division I starting offensive lineman in high school, standing at 6'5" and 320 pounds, when he got back to football, he was not good. Matt McCory, Phillips' offensive line coach, said he wasn't very good, and he even said he sucked in this interview that I see. And not only that, he was quoted saying he was a huge kid, a super big kid. You could tell he had it in him, but he didn't have the football part down. With Tyree Phillips, anything he did, he was 1,000% committed to it. It didn't matter if it was marching band, playing the piano at his father's church, or even playing basketball. But with football, he was now 1,000% committed this time around. To be more prepared for his senior season of high school football, Phillips and his offensive line coach spent time together during the offseason working on mechanics, techniques, and trying to foster a knowledge of the game. Phillips went home and watched tutorials on YouTube to study more about the offensive lineman position. Tyree was seen as an entirely different player from the season prior. During his senior year, he was quoted as having a great season, and some even saw it as a monster season. All the work he put in the offseason really showed during his last high school football season as a senior. Now that Tyree Phillips' high school football career was over, he had to decide where he wanted to play football at. He did have a few FCS Division I offers, but instead of taking an FCS Division I offer, Tyree Phillips would actually commit to play football at East Mississippi Community College under head coach Buddy Stevens. He ended up at East Mississippi because he wanted a chance to play at an even higher level than the offers he actually received while in high school. Buddy Stevens took notice of Phillips' game. He saw him as a junior at halftime playing in the marching band, but then as a senior he saw him manhandling defenders. And he even said this about Phillips: the effort was there, and there was a lot of want to as an offensive lineman when you're that big of a kid. Effort and want to are things you got to have. While he spent 2 seasons at East Mississippi Community College, Tyree Phillips was Region 23 All-Region Team and MAC JC All-State / North First Team. In the class of 2016, Tyree Phillips in the JUCO rankings for 247 Sports was the 87th best JUCO player in the nation, but the 2nd best offensive guard and the 29th best player in Mississippi. And it wasn't hard for him to commit to the school. Once he got a Mississippi State offer, he took it almost immediately and committed there because that was his dream school. Tyree Phillips was now a Mississippi Bulldog and playing on the football team. This was something that he would never imagine that he would actually accomplish. His original dream was to actually play in the famous Maroon marching band instead of playing football. For the 2017 college football season, Tyree Phillips didn't play a single game for the Bulldogs. He redshirted. But for the 2017 football season, he was actually fall SEC academic honor roll. For the 2018 college football season, Tyree Phillips played both tackle positions for the Mississippi State Bulldogs, and he played in all 13 games. But he was not a starter. He was mainly a rotation piece in his junior season, his redshirt junior season. But yet again, he was 2018 fall academic SEC honor roll yet again. For the 2019 college football season, Tyree Phillips started all 13 games for the Mississippi State Bulldogs, and he was yet again on the 2019 fall SEC academic honor roll, and he beasted out this season on the offensive line. And he was even invited to the 2020 Senior Bowl and the NFL Scouting Combine, and was even on the National Football Foundation Hampshire Honor Society for 2020. Even though going into the 2020 NFL Draft, Tyree Phillips was seen as a very, very good offensive lineman prospect, he was more than just football. While at Mississippi State, he majored in human development and family sciences. And this is because one day he wants to work as an occupational therapist for children with special needs. While at Granada High School, special needs children looked to Phillips when they were picked on. He was the biggest student in the school, and Phillips served as their protector. He sat and ate lunch with them in the cafeteria and sought out their classrooms to make sure they were okay throughout the day. And before the NFL draft even happened, Phillips planned to use his platform as a professional football player to serve special needs children in whatever city he ended up in. In the 2020 NFL draft, Tyree Phillips was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens with the 106th pick in the 3rd round. Tyree Phillips now joins a Baltimore Ravens squad with Super Bowl hopes. He joins a team that is up and coming and has a lot of potential to go to the Super Bowl and even win the Super Bowl. Going into this season, Tyree Phillips is seen as a guy who will get quite a bit of playing time with the Ravens, but will mainly be a rotational piece. But he is competing for a starting offensive lineman spot right now. I can see Tyree Phillips being a very, very good NFL player, and to me, I see him as a guy with some of the most potential out of everyone that's been on Last Chance U, just because where he was drafted to and his draft position he was in. He has more chances as a guy who was drafted in the 3rd round than a lot of the former Last Chance U guys who were undrafted, or like Dakota Allen, who was drafted in the 7th round by the Rams and has already played for 3 different teams. Well guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Remember to smash that like button, turn on them post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. And also, check out the pinned comment for this video for giveaway instructions for my giveaway I'm doing on this video, and the giveaway announcement will probably be sometime next week. Also, B Kelly out.